I believe it's happening. Although it's slow and go. Slow and go. The dog is giving me the want to go outside walk. Right when I start to. Let's get a little liver. Not happening. Come on, fingers. That's not live at all. Hey, Pooch. How you doing? Oh, what are you thinking, babe? Bertus? Bertus. What are you doing? You hoping there's something good for breakfast? Unfortunately, it's not really a dog breakfast day. Need to go outside? Oh, I'm gonna let my dog out. Welcome to the live stream. I'll be right back. We'll give you that to look at. Sometimes it takes people a minute to get to the stream. Go outside? All right, I'm back. How amazing is that? All right, let's get some coffee going. It's going to be a special coffee episode. I have some of the world's most overrated coffee, also known as Starbucks. But sometimes when you buy coffee and Starbucks is on sale and it's cheaper than the coffee you normally buy, guess what you drink? Starbucks. I'm not going to say it's bad coffee. It's just like overrated. Overrated. What a week. What a week. We still got a little coffee in the bottom. That's all right. We're just going to top it off. I mean, I thought about just using that for today's video, but like pancakes in the bottom of the bin of coffee, or not pancakes, waffles in the bottom of the bin of the, yeah, just. Sometimes you don't want your live stream to be as unamazing as it actually is, so you try to spruce it up with some fun additional. Yeah, hey, let's go. It's always a special day when you get to top off the coffee bucket. Ooh, it was frozen, so that's why that did that. I store my coffee in the freezer before I release it to the world. I don't want to go all the way to the top, otherwise the old lid won't fit. Starbucks can't afford to give you a metal. Okay. So no metal twisty there to keep that closed. So what are we going to use? Let's reach in the old. Oh, we happen to have a clip for another day. To the freezer. Okay. Man, I just opened that freezer and saw bacon in there, and I'm thinking I should cook some bacon. It's literally frozen solid. I can hear myself in my kitchen TV right now, which is, I'm not saying it's distracting, but it makes me feel like I'm in a time loop. All right, I gotta turn that down. That's too much for me. Hold on. Hold, please. Mute. That's enough of that. I'm gonna do heaping spoons because I'm gonna make a little extra coffee because I have a few coffee cups that are a little bit smaller than most of my coffee cups, and if I make enough coffee to go a little over where the 4 line is, line number 4, which gives me like 2 of my regular style cups, maybe a little extra depending on how big the cup. Some cups are just a little tiny bit bigger. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But the smaller cups, if I fill it to the 6, I can get 3 cups of coffee out of it.
Yeah, say. Fill to the 6 and you get 3, say.
So yeah, welcome to the Suck My Tongue edition. Like this week, I don't even know. I got a Bud Light coffee cup. Thought about using that, but that seems to be a little too controversial. So I'm just not going to drink from the Bud Light coffee mug. I'm not sure what it means if you drink coffee from a Bud Light mug. That might be a statement at some point, or it might require you to go see a doctor. I don't even know. Like I'm not even sure how any of it works, to be honest with you. Suck my tongue. It's got to be one of the greatest. I can think of some stupid shit to say, but. Whatever. I guess you had to be there, right? You had to be there. Alright. So we got a brand new weekend, the end of a week. What was this week's theme? The wind was this week's theme. God, the wind blew. The wind blew, and then it blew, and then it blew some more, and then it blew even more, and then there was more wind, and then it got windy. I'm not saying I've never experienced wind like that, but man, I am good with having some no wind at some point in the future. Let's get this. Why is that not plugged in? Okay! Cooperate! Sorry, I got quiet there that it broke. We're going with the thin waffle maker today because I feel like the thick waffle maker was kind of not wanting to give me my waffles the other day, and that was frustrating. And nothing frustrates me more than like the waffles that didn't cooperate. Does that make sense? Alright. So what's the first thing we're going to talk about? Well, we were talking about asking someone if they want to suck our tongue, which, I mean, in the right situation could be a very, very, very smooth move. For some reason, asking a small boy that, I don't know if that's really a great idea. I wouldn't recommend that. Whatever. Oh, what are we doing? We're doing waffles. 2/3 cup. I don't even know what that means. I can't even read that. Oh, it's 2/3 cup to fill. Fill? P-O-W. I don't know. Pour. How? I don't even know what I wrote. I gotta get my 2/3 cup out here. Let's see here. Get the 1/4 cup. The 1/3 cup. The 1/2 cup. The 2/3 cup. You, bud. There we go. That's where I keep my cups. Just in case you never knew how I do. How much waffles are we making? Waffle directions, 2 cup. Let's make it 2 cup because I feel like I'm eating a shit ton of waffles today. We'll use the metal because it's I like the sound of the clinkety clank. And a 1.5 cups of water. That should all fit. What's the worst that could happen? Well, I guess I can officially say people are losing their minds. I just don't know what to do with anybody anymore. Like I try to go to video game world to escape the world, and like that's getting hard to do. There's just something about me personally. I just have a real hard time with people like just It's just like, oh god. Like last night we were hanging out and someone asked somebody, "Is like, do you speak and write fluent Spanish?" And the person was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Holy shit, you speak and write fluent Spanish?" Because I have a friend who is. He's not Mexican like, hey, the Mexicans got a good taco stand down the road. He's Mexican like, I live in Mexico. I'm a Mexican, you know, like that's how Mexican he is. And we used to hang out because I'm fun and I tell funny stories. I make people laugh. One of my favorite things to do is find American sayings, right? Things that you say in America that are funny, and then directly translating them into a foreign language, and then saying them and having the person in the foreign language who's never heard that in their life basically piss themselves laughing. I do it in every language. Because like insults and crass things to say don't translate usually, and each language has their own insults and crass things to say. So I think it's hilarious to say crass insults in English but directly translated. 1.5 cups of water. Sorry, I got distracted. And one of the things that I came up with a long time ago, I'm not going to do the translation today, but it was a 2-word translation. And it made my Spanish or my Mexican friend about piss himself because I made him. I translated the words by myself and then I said it to him and like he about died. It's really funny. It's like, oh, I'm only doing half. God damn it. So I was like, well, if this guy speaks Spanish, he knows what I'm saying. I'll test him. It was a test. Do you know what this means? And I said it, and he was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then like the group on the comms with me was like, are you an idiot? You don't know shit. Are you trying to say a different word? And I was like, no. I'm saying exactly what I'm saying. And then I helped the guy because the one word was related to magic. So I said magic. He goes, well, you're not saying the word magic. I was like, no, I'm not saying magic, but it's a magical word in the realm of magic and magicians. That's all I'm saying. And people are like, like I had like 10 people like, shut up, you know what you're talking about. And finally I just said it in English. And he's like, oh yeah, no, that's what you're saying. And then I was like, oh, so I don't know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I almost told everybody in the room, like, y'all can fuck yourselves. Like, that's what I wanted to say. Because like, dude, I'm sorry if you didn't understand what I was saying, but it didn't mean I didn't know what I was saying. Like, holy shit. Like, people are out of their fucking minds, man. My mom told me I'm the best, so you need to shut your goddamn mouth. Like, oh god, okay, buddy. Like, holy shit. So then once he like kind of, okay, I got you. I got another one for it. I told him, God, he thought that was the funniest shit ever. We were laughing. No one understood. But like, for a second there, it was like, oh, you're so stupid. You think you know some Spanish, but you don't. I was like, dude, I never said I speak Spanish, but I know some funny shit in Spanish. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, oh god. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I don't even know these people. They're just like people on the internet, but I still just like, oh, I don't know if I'm not totally sure. I mean, I'm still having fun, but like, just get difficult, man. Like maybe my answers or my solutions gonna have to be, I'm just gonna have to like, I guess I won't share a funny little life experience that I had with a person because other people will feel excluded and their feelings will be hurt, and the only solution they will have is to point fingers and screech like chimpanzees and say, stupid, 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 you're stupid, stupid, stupid. Like, oh, God, okay, sorry. I was just like, first, I was just like, I can't even figure out what's happening right now. Like, oh, whatever. I don't know if any of those people watch this stream. They might. If they do. Yeah. It's a fun group. I mean, I've never, like, I'm not scared to say this either. I've never met such a bunch of crybaby, whiny bitches in my life. Because I run with a bunch of groups, and people get mad. They talk about stuff. But I have never in my life run with a group of people that cry about the reason someone else got them killed. Ever in my life, dude. Like, it's a video game. You're probably going to die, you know, like, and it's probably not going to always be someone else's fault. Like, I feel like I'm ranting right now. I'm going to rant about this. So this video game that I play, it's a person versus person environment playing groups. And there are certain ways that you can set your character up where, like, it takes advantage of killing one player to kill other players. And it's like, you killed me! That person killed me! I was killed by that person! That person killed me! Everybody's killing me! And it's like, it shows on your death feed how you died. And I'll put $1,000 on it. I bet never once in the history of anyone crying about someone else killing them was the only thing that killed them was the what do they call it? Vicious Death or the Plague Book. I always guarantee there's going to be something above it, above it, above it, above it, above it, above it, and then that. Guaranteed. But yet somehow in the deluded mind of the person who can only be killed by others, I'm just like, I'm trying to think the other one is. They got these tactics where like, someone will do something on the ground, it'll suck people in, and then you blow up and you die, and it sucks, it happens. And then we'll get lectures about, don't be there! And it's like, well, yeah, no shit, buddy, but like when the guy puts a thing on the ground and it sucks you into it and there's nothing you can fucking do and you can't do anything and you might as well just wait to die because there ain't shit you can do, no matter what people scream at you and tell you what you should be doing, none of it works. But if that person who's screaming telling you what to do happens to die from that, well, that's different. Well, boy, they sure got us that time, didn't they? It's just like, okay, gotcha. I'm like, I'm almost to the point where I'm just going to go hide in the fucking corner because I don't want to hear someone scream at me because I died in a video game and it's because I made a bad decision. But like, if they made the bad decision, well, that's just the way Cookie crumbled on that particular episode of fucking, just like, come the fuck on, man. Like, god damn, son. Like, it's just, whatever. That's a good group of people, but maybe I'm expecting too much out of people. Some of it is just like, really? Like, ooh, that's a little warm. Some of it's just like, come on, man. Like, I can't even. And what was the other? I heard one the other day. It was like, we're supposed to be this like fighting, killing crew, and like, whatever. It doesn't matter who said it, but like, I heard one of the people that's supposed to be kind of in charge. And I don't know if they should have said it out loud or what, but basically what they said is, I set my character up so it won't kill as much shit, but so I can stay alive longer. And I'm like, well, everybody could do that. We could all set our character up so it survives longer. But you know what's going to happen? We're not going to fucking kill anything because everyone's going to have this, I'm going to survive longer. Because like in the game, you can't really... It's essentially, you can set your character up to be really strong and fight hard, but you'll be weak defensively, or you can set your character up really strong defensively, you'll be weak offensively. And it's like, and he said it out loud, and I know for a fact everyone heard him and everyone changed their shit because our team can't kill shit anymore. Because one of the leaders said, oh yeah, I changed all my equipment so I stay alive. I don't care if I don't kill one or two more people per episode, but I stay alive, and everyone changed their character. I almost did it too. I almost like, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm sick of dying. I'm just going to set my character up to stay alive and just run around not killing shit and just be alive. I'm the last one to live. Look at me. I'm amazing. It's like, oh, okay, well. Yeah, no, that's one way to play the game, whatever. It's a fucking video game. I get so worked up over it too. It's like. And then now that I think about it, after the one leader said, I heard, it was like a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago anyway, one of the other leaders was like, yeah, after I changed all that, that's great. So it's like, we got all these leaders that are running all this like gear that makes them so they can stay alive, quote unquote, longer, but like, I always thought the leaders were supposed to be the baddest motherfuckers, killing shit, wrecking shit, making shit happen people, like, and that's how I set my character up, is to fucking wreck shit, dude, like, not to see if I could be the last one to stay alive, like, I mean, it's cool to be alive, but like, I always thought the best way to stay alive was to kill your opponent in the video game, but what do I know? I don't know how to say a word in Spanish until like I explain what I'm saying, and then oh yeah, I guess you were saying that, and then I was like, like, whatever. It's whatever. It's like. They had an update a couple weeks ago, and like the new update broke the comms, right? Just like it broke the comms, and it didn't affect everybody, but it affected my game. So like, my comms are fucked. My chat don't work right, and it's like, oh, you need to do this, and it's like, oh, okay. So, I've played this game for years, and I know how to use the internet. I did ask some people, like, anybody know a trick or anything, and like. Actually, what I asked is there another way to access the information I'm trying to access? I wasn't really asking for, like, can you tell me how you think I should fix it? I was like, is there another spot in the menu to go to the chat mixer? Because there used to be. There used to be a spot in the Xbox chat mixer where you could slide a bar back and forth, and that's all gone now. And I was trying to figure out how to access that. And it's like, how do you describe it? Like, trying to get advice from people who don't have a fucking clue about anything, essentially. And it's like I literally contacted the manufacturer of the fucking game. You know, I've gone that far, but yeah, I'm getting advice from people like, oh, have you tried shutting your computer off? Like, dude, I've already contacted the fucking people who designed the fucking game. Like, I'm not getting advice from anyone about shutting computers off or clearing caches or unplugging the thing or holding the button for 10 seconds. It's like, yeah, no, I did that. Trust me, bro. Like, yeah, I watched a tutorial how to shut the thing off. Like, oh, thanks for the help. And then like the other day, someone's like, oh, did you get your TV fixed? And it's like, my fucking TV. Like, you think it's my TV? It's a TV problem? Like, that is like, no, let me check my microwave. Maybe it's my microwave that's having a problem, or maybe my dishwasher might need a reboot for my fucking chat and my Xbox, dude. It's the fucking Xbox game. Like, you don't have to be a scientist to figure the fuck out when they update your shit breaks. It's the fucking update. Like, wait a second, what you're saying is, whoa, let me think about that for a second. It's like, have you tried? Yeah, no, I've tried. It's broken. It's broken. Whatever. It's just fucking... whatever. What the fuck ever. No, I haven't tried that. That's great advice. Thanks, bud. Wait, what are you saying? I should try what? I mean, have you tried throwing your fucking Xbox in the fucking creek next to your house? That's the only thing I haven't tried, and I'm real close to doing that. But I haven't. I mean, that's the other thing is like, it's probably your hardware. It's got to be the hardware. That hardware you've been using for years that's worked fine, it's probably not working now. And it has nothing to do with the software update that just happened that broke everyone's shit. It's definitely not the software. It's not the software. It's the hardware. It's your television. What kind of shoes are you wearing? Do you have normal shoes or are you wearing sandals? Like, it's like the shit's fucking broke, dude. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about my video game, then I'll be done. The other thing that's like really bugging me is right about when all that happened with the software update, they changed some skill. Well, basically what they do in the game is they make some skills really good, and then everybody uses them, and then everyone gets mad about it, and then they change those skills and make them suck, and then everyone gets mad about that and make other skills better. And I'm not imagining this or making this up. The build that I run on my character, I don't run a meta build. I don't go to a YouTube channel and make a YouTube video, watch, and build that guy's build. You know, I build what I want. I do what I want to do. But the build that I build, you know, because, oh man, because I know how to add numbers. Like, I can add numbers with a calculator, so I can figure out, like, if I have 3 here to 4 there to add them together, you know, that's going to be a bigger number than a 2 and a 2, you know, like, so I build my character so it like does the most damage and heals the most heals and all that. Like, that's, I just look at the numbers available and I kind of do it that way. It's not always the best, but like, there's always a reason for what I run. Except for with certain groups that cry about shit and I have to change them. Anyways, every time they do a software update or change the game, they always break my build. Because I always figure out what works good, and then eventually everyone wants to run that shit, and then it fucking breaks. They have to reduce it because it's fucking too many people up. It pisses me off. So the last one they got rid of was this vampire skill called Mist Form, where like you really don't take much damage in it, but you can't do anything. It's like it's a good way to stay alive. That's what my build was like. I had no defenses. I had no health recovery, nothing. I just used Mist Form. Like, if you caught me out of Mist Form, I was basically dead. There's no health recovery. My health doesn't get better. I don't have a whole lot of. I have a little bit of ability to protect myself, but essentially my character relied on evasiveness and not being No, don't be there. That was my whole gig is don't be there, you know. Anyways, oh, my dog's barking. I gotta go get my dog. Let me give you something to look at here. Don't be there. Think about that for a second while I go get my dog. Can you see that? I'll be right back. The dog's coming in. We'll give her some waffles. You wanna come in, doggy? You wanna come in? Come on. You want waffles? I'll give you some waffles. Oh. So anyways, they broke my build. So this misform, the new misform, you know, I tried. Well, I'll tell you that story. So they announce all this stuff. They announce all the shit they're going to break before they do it so you can kind of prepare yourself. They call them patch notes. And you can read the patch notes, but in order to read the patch notes, you have to have two things. Minimum. You have to have the ability to find the patch notes, and you have to have the ability to read the patch notes. And, you know, the ability to understand patch notes helps too, but, like, the minimums is find them and read them. So I do that, because if you want to know what the hell's going to happen, you just, like, go to the thing that's going to tell you what's going to happen, and you fucking read it, and then you're like, oh, that's what's going to happen, right? Well, nothing against people who don't know how to read or find patch notes, but a lot of people just go to the internet and try to find a video from a person who has read the patch notes, and then they make a video about it, explain the patch notes, because that's easier. Story time is easier than fucking the guy who has to figure the story out. I don't know, whatever. So, like, this is like a month or two ago. Yum, waffles! You gonna eat it or you spit it out? Well, I'll give you more if you eat them. There you go. And, like, the new mist, like, when they're nerfing mist form, it was like, basically what they turned it into was a teleport. Two versions of a teleport. One teleport, and at the end of it, you have extra speed to get away. And the other teleport is you have the ability to hurt some people a little bit and heal yourself a little bit. No big deal. I was hanging out playing with the group. Someone asked about it. I was like, oh yeah, no, it's a teleport now. Or it's going to be a teleport. One's going to give you extra speed. And one's going to basically put a little bit of damage out and heal you. And some dude was like, that's not what it's going to do. I watched a video. And this is almost verbatim. I watched a video. One of them, it just does damage and heals you. And the other one's a teleport with speed. And I was like, what? No. No. They're both teleports. And everyone's like, what? What's going on? And I'm like, no. Someone asked me what's going on. I'll just explain it to you. And the scholar, I'll call him a scholar. The scholar who was like, just not both teleports. He's like, you probably just watch YouTube videos and you don't know shit. The guy even said, you don't even know how to watch a YouTube video. He said that. You don't even understand how to watch a YouTube video. And I was like, oh, I don't know how to watch a YouTube video. And then that wasn't it. It was, you watch this person's video and that person's a dipshit. And that guy said, I watched this guy's video and he's not a dipshit. Which is funny because after I read the patch notes, I actually watched both the videos. I watched the video the guy said he watched, and I'm like, you just, and I was fucking baffled. I didn't know what to say because, like, I read the fucking patch notes. I knew exactly what the goddamn skill was going to do. And I was like, am I having an argument with a person who's calling me a stupid person because they're too dumb to understand what the fuck they're talking about? Like, and then I was like, all right, let's have some fun. I was like, what? I literally said, do you want to make a big fat bet? I said that. You want to make a big fat bet? To try to sound as fucking, as dumb as he was, you know? Then it got kind of quiet, and someone was like, so what is it? And I was like, I already told you. Like, I was like, friend, we got the dummy, dummy A, and I was like, friend B, if you are asking me what the skill is going to do, I am telling you. If you want to listen to this person, be my fucking guest. I have no idea what they're talking about. I don't fucking have a clue what they've seen or watched. I read the fucking patch notes. Like, if you can't find time to read the patch notes and you want to ask me my opinion, I'll tell you. But, like, and then, like, fast forward to the skill code. Guess what, kids? Guess what happened with the skill? Yeah, they're both teleports. I actually thought about bringing it up and rubbing it in the fucking stupid fuckhead's face, but, like, I'm not that crass. Like, it's just like the type of mentality of a person who would insult somebody else and then insult how they perceived how you got your information as a second insult, and the whole time being wrong and not fucking understanding that the fucking content you consumed, this person in this case in a video, you couldn't understand what you were seeing with your eyes and your ears, because the guy explained it all. He literally did. And I will say in the video it was a little like, I know why he got confused, because you could easily be confused if you know what the fuck you're doing, but like I read the patch notes, man. Like it just says in the words what it does. Like you can literally read it. It tells you. Like if the patch note says the apples will be green, they're gonna be green. Like, well, I watched the video, they're gonna be brown apples. You probably watch your videos from fucking Joe Blow. Joe Blow don't know shit. I was like, okay. I'm just like, is this happening? Like, it's got to be my happy-go-lucky nature. Like, I don't... Whatever. Like, I don't start my conversations in life with my academic credentials and my... It's just like... Because, like, I know how much I give a shit about what school somebody went to and how knowledgeable they are on topic. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, do you know what you're talking about? Like, I can figure it out pretty quick, usually. But it's just like, man, it's like a whole nother level of dipshit. Shit's fucking nutsified. So anyways, back to, except I'm trying to get off this topic. Here, dog, you want some more waffle? Here, have that strip. I'm trying to get off the topic. I'm trying to finish this misform story. So they broke my misform, so I had no way to stay alive. And like, I tried the new misform, and it was garbage. I couldn't survive with it. Like, if I could teleport with it, that's great. But teleporting isn't gonna do me any good. I need something to survive. Well, what I was running before misform was a skill called purge. And what purge is a giant circle in the ground that gives you like close to 5. Like if I'm buffed up and I put that down, almost 5,000 health every 2 seconds for like 20 seconds, which is insane. Plus it purifies. So if you have burning oil on you, you can like get the burning oil off. You get hit by something like a cold fire ballista or whatever that hits you 3 times, you take that off you right away. And I used to run it, and it's literally the strongest skill in my class. There's nothing I can run that's stronger, but I had to take it off because, quote unquote, people were dying by. I'm just like, and back in the day, everyone was crying about it, and I just got sick of listening to people crying, so I just took it off, and it was really hard to stay alive. But I've just recently decided I don't really fucking care, because the skill is hit a button, a circle goes down. If a friend of mine in the game walks into the circle, they can make a decision. They can hit 2 buttons at the exact same time. If they make a decision, they hit those 2 buttons, something happens. That's on them. So like last night I'm running the skill and there's people like, who's running the purge? Who's running the purge? And I about fucking lost my fucking mind. So here's the deal. You have to fucking choose to purge. That's on you, ain't on me. Don't purge if you don't want to purge. Oh, it's so tempting. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, these guys are supposed to be like elite players. You can't figure out if it's a bad time for you to fucking purge. Like, I said, fuck it, get good. Like, get good at the game. If you can't figure it out, get better at the fucking game. Like, I'm done with it, man. I'm not gonna fucking not run the strongest fucking skill in my fucking class, because it might be a hard decision for me to make, and I might fucking kill everybody. And they're like, well, what about if a level 23 comes up and purges, we all die? I was like, then you're gonna probably be fucking dead, because a level 23, guess what happens when you die? You purge. It's an auto purge. Death is an auto purge. If you're standing next to a person who has no ability to stay alive, I got news for you. The 10,000 fucking heal they're gonna get when they purge is the best fucking shot they got. I got news for you. Like, if they're a weak ass player with no fucking skills, because you get 10,000 fucking health points when you hit that double button. 10,000 plus you remove like either 5 or up to 5 fucking bad effects. So if this little scrubby, like low-level person standing next to you, and they're on fire, and they got plague break, and they got whatever the fuck else is on them, I got news for you. Hitting the purge button ain't gonna be the reason they're dying. Like, good fucking God, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, Like, my eyes rolled so hard in my head, I thought they were gonna fall out my fucking ears. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, but if somebody purges, they might die. And I was like, if someone purges and gets a 10,000 health benefit and get killed, and they're the first one to die, like, Jesus Christ, how hard does Plague Break fucking hit? Like, so their health bar is going to be at 0.1, and then they're going to purge, and then they're going to kill. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. All right, that's how it's going to work. It's just like, there's fucking delusional, and there's like making up shit. I mean, like, but this could happen next. Like, the sky could open up, and a hole could form, and then like a dragonfly could fly down, and then I could get a sliver, and then it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, because like funny, the other group I run in, I was like, well, if you guys don't want me to, because like, don't run it near us. The other group's like, no, fucking run it, because they figured it out. 5,000 health points for everybody in the circle every 2 seconds is a lot of health. I only have 30,000 health. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 6 ticks. That's 12 seconds. My whole health is back in 12 seconds. I fight in the fucking thing. I'm almost unkillable in my fucking circle. It's just like, the other thing is, if you have full health and you're in my circle, you are a stronger fighter because of the skill set, like the armor I wear. It's like, dude. And I mentioned, I was like, well, you know, for all you that are scared of standing in my circle, that's fine. You can go fuck off over there. Anyone that's interested, if you stand in my circle with full health, you get almost 500 more damage points. I have Spell Power Cure, and it will continually tick. When you walk out of the second circle, you get 4 seconds of it. You can come back in and pick it right back up again. Or you can go over there and, yeah. So I started staying real far away, and guess what kept happening? They all kept dying over and over and over. No one was purged. Oh my God, it was the purge. I was so like, I was like, I am not going to set this thing down anywhere where these fucking people are going to get pulled into a pile and die, because I don't want to hear one of them fucking crybaby bitches fucking say, oh, the purge got me, your purge. Your 10,000 fucking health point heal killed me right before I was about to fucking die anyway. Like, okay, gotcha. It was that guy's fault. Because the other option is, if I don't run it, I'm just dead, and then I will blow up, and you'll all fucking die. I'll stand right on top of you with no ability to keep myself alive, and we'll all die together. That's a great idea. Okay, let's do that. Solely because the game took away this form, and I can't stay fucking alive without it. So yeah, that's fun. And that concludes today's fucking me bitching about Elder Scrolls Online and the fucking shit that I have to fucking listen to. It's like, oh my God, man. Like, it just baffles me. Like, I'm baffled. Like when like the first thing, I'm dead. Who can I blame? Like, oh God, boo-hoo. Like, oh my God, you're gonna have to. I mean, essentially what's going to happen. Oh, you're going to have to wait for me to come pick your dead ass up off the ground or set a camp for you, or you might have to ride your horse back to me. Oh my God. Think of the humanity. Like, oh God, it's too much. All right, next topic. I feel like, how long did I just fucking rant about Elder Scrolls Online for? 30 fucking minutes of me crying about a video game. All right. I really feel the need to have to say that, though, because, like, God, it was bothering me. I just... I cannot remember the last time I died from Plague Break. I literally cannot remember. It's been months. Vicious Death, on the other hand, that will fuck you up. But Vicious Death happens when you die, not when you... whatever. I just... whatever. It's just the whole thing. People just get so worked up. It's getting me worked up. That's the shitter part. Is they're working up and getting me worked up. And it's like, oh man, I just want to find some like normal people where like you can have a conversation and say something, but like it doesn't exist anymore. Like you can't. There's always like you can find a good group of people. There's always going to be people on the peripheral that are just like, boogers, eat boogers. It's like, okay, well, you know. Could be worse, I guess. Alright. On to the next thing. What happened this week? Let's see. Just like the crazy shit. So the road construction, we can talk about that. Road construction in front of my house. They are just ripping along. They ripped the whole road out. They dug trenches 10 feet deep. It's oh, I can't remember if I ever showed my coffee cup. That's right. Checkmate, bitch. That's right. There was some other stuff they did. I'm still. If it wasn't for the fact that game was so goddamn fun. I mean, the broken voice chat thing's kind of been a blessing because I don't have to talk to people. Like, that's been kind of fun to do. It's just, your tactical advantage is so diminished when you cannot communicate. I mean, you can still play the game, but it's just like, when you see something, you can't really do anything about it because of the fact that you can't tell anybody. I mean, I could stand there and like, look over there, look over there. Or you could try to type it, and it's like, I tried that a couple times. Well, basically all that happens when you type your observations, that means you're just laying there dead, finishing your typing. That's basically all that happens. I mean, whatever. So I'm trying to think of this week's little adventures. It was just really windy, like super fucking windy. I was up on top of that hill, 42-mile-an-hour gust one day, just like it was interesting to say the least. Oh man. Yesterday I had the day off because it was like raining and snowing again, so I decided to go for. The road construction was not happening either because like the forecast was rain all day. Well, the rain was delayed a little bit, but only by a couple hours. So like in the morning there was like it kind of started to rain and then it quit. But then it was definitely going to rain all day. So like they didn't even start up. Neither did I. And I was like, oh man, I got this. There might be a little window here. I can go snoop around the road construction site. I was like, I'm gonna get on my 4-wheeler and go for a ride. So I jumped on my 4-wheeler. We're up and down the road or whatever, and then checked it out, like whatever. But like, I hadn't rode my 4-wheeler in a while because my arm was all fucked up, and it's really a bad idea to drive a 4-wheeler when you're injured. Like the go button's on the broken arm side, right? So like, I mean, I did move it once this summer when my nieces and nephews here. It was probably not a great idea to do that because. Yeah, but I did. Anyways, the last time I took that thing to a off-road park, I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but I think. And basically, the way I do it is the night before I go, I load up. Now I can wake up like crack of dawn and just leave. And I think for some reason that night before I went to bed, I went outside and I checked something under my seat, whatever, and I put everything back. But like when I pulled, like, so I have a seat and a rear plastic cover that covers over like the battery. And there's rubber grommets in the frame that holds stuff from vibrating. And my unit's used, and the people who owned it before me somehow, and I don't know how they did it, but one of the rubber grommets was really like messed up. Actually, it was missing when I bought the machine. And then I found it inside of the machine when I was cleaning it. But it was like severely deformed. It's kind of hard to describe, but I managed to make it work in the hole, and like it's just a vibration dampening thing. I was like, that works. So anyways, the last time I went off-roading, I took that piece of plastic off, and that rubber grommet came out, and I didn't realize it. I put the plastic back on, put the seat back on, then I drove for a couple hours, went off-roading for whatever, a day or whatever. I came home, and then it was gone. Well, that little piece can't really fall off when you're riding, so it fell off, and I looked for it, I couldn't find it. So I've been needing to replace that. So I was like, all right, I ain't got nothing to do today. Let's figure out what that part number is. and find a replacement for it. So like, got online, looked around, found a parts diagram, located the part number, reference to the chart, got it, Googled it in, found out what they're going for. It's about $4 on Amazon, whatever. I decided to call my local dealer, see what they had. They wanted about $1 cheaper. I was like, shit, I'm going to buy it from you, buddy. I'm going to be down there to pick it up shortly. Expect me. I'm on my way. They're like, sounds good. Oh, God. So, like, Jesus. In my town, we have these things called railroad track crossings. Which I avoid railroad track crossings like the plague normally. Just because nothing good happens at a railroad track crossing. Except for a rough road and, like, sitting in traffic waiting for a train to go by. But the location of where I had to go to get this part, by the way of how the crow would fly, was nearly, like if I live here, is nearly straight line across railroad tracks, or I could drive around or around, right? And avoid railroad tracks. I think it's Saturday. Not going to be a lot of trains out on a Saturday. I should be fine, right? So I go down my driveway. Normally I would just take a left. I had to take the detour to get out of my driveway, but I did that. Got back to the road that I'd normally be on when I take a left. Go up over the hill, down, work my way around, down by the local grocery store at the bottom of the hill. I have to take like a 1 block left to get across road tracks. Take that left, get there. They're closed. It's just disaster zone. Everything's torn up. I'm like, what the shit? Oh, I just made a mess there. Look at that. So I have to whip a U-turn real quick, go around to the next closest railroad track crossing. Train! A parked train going nowhere. I'm like, oh, for Christ's sake. Come to find out later, that train had been sitting there for hours. Had to go another way. Finally get across. I never drove around so much in my life. Got to the counter, was talking to the guy, said, how many do you need? And I was like, well, here's the deal. I only need one. But since I just spent I feel like I spent almost an hour getting here, which should have been about a 5 to 10 minute drive. I don't want to come back ever. I'm going to take 2 today. That way I can save myself having to try to get to this fucking location. It was $3. I was like, for $3, I would rather not come back. I'll take 2. Jeez. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yummy, yum, yum. You're into the waffles today, huh? We'll give you more. You're feeling the waffles. Sometimes she spits them out. Sometimes she gobbles them down. That's a big one. You're going to have to chew that. Her feet are sliding. Okay, we're not going to film that. Get into a recovery position. You're losing your legs there, dog. You're sliding out. Go get on a rug or something. I just realized I don't even have my light on here. I'm filming the whole time. So that was fun. Fixed that. Then I was like, God, you know what I need to do? Like, I have a vague recollection of like not being able to remember where my I've got these wireless remote controls. I got a winch on my Kawasaki Mule with a wireless remote, and I got a winch on my Honda Rancher with a wireless remote. And I always kept them in a drawer. I was like, this is my drawer. This is where I keep my remotes. I'm never going to forget. Blah, 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 blah. And then at some point in my life, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna store this stuff in a new place. And I forgot where I put them. And I feel like I've been missing one for a really long time. So I became determined yesterday to figure out where my remotes were. So I started searching all the locations where I thought I knew where they were. And part of me thinks this is what happened. I think that at some point, because I could always find one. But I think what I started doing is I would find one, be like, all right, this is the one I have, and then I would like couldn't find the other one, and then I'd like search around, and then I think I would find the other one, be like, all right, here's the one I have. I gotta find the other one, and I think I kept finding the other one over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So in fact, I don't think either one was lost. I could just never remember where I stuck the other one when I found. You know, does that make any sense? Like. So I was like, I'm going to search. And like, I'm going to take the one I find, I'm going to put it in my pocket. So I put it in my goddamn pocket. And I kept searching, and I actually found the other one. Like, amazingly, it was just in the mule's storage. Like, whatever. Got labels on them now, right? Labeled. ATV, mule. And then what I did is I matched my keychain. So like, my mule has a keychain. The mule's keychain is a... Red Bull Signature Series. I had a lariat or a lanyard, depending on how fucking anal retentive you are over language. It means the same thing, by the way. Lanyard and lanyard. Lariat and lanyard. Go ahead and Google it if you don't believe me. Anyways, I cut it up and just made like a 4-inch little piece of cloth for my keychain. I think the mule's got a clip on it, so I can actually clip it to something so I can't lose it. Anyways. I literally, this is crazy too. Like a week ago, I found the rest of that piece of cloth, and I was like, I should just throw this shit away. And I thought I did, but to my credit, I never throw anything away. I didn't throw it away, so I found it. I made a replica, and I put that exact same pattern Red Bull Signature Series cloth on the corresponding remote, right? And then on the ATV, I recently changed my keychain on that to a tag that's like, it's for aviation. It says remove before flight. It's a big red tag. I bought a bag of those the other day. I thought they were funny. So now my ATV says remove before flight on the key. So I put a remove before flight keychain tag on my remote. Problem solved. Ha! Let me solving problems. Hold on a second. Stay right here. I'm going to show you. I'll show you. Proof. Pudding. There's the remove before flight. There's the remote ATV. And there's the... That's right. That's called organized. Now I'm gonna set those on the counter and forget about them. I'm gonna tell you, if you've never used a winch with remote control, I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, but what I will say is it is an additional charge on top of the cost of your winch, and I'm not making that up, but it is a charge of an additional cost that I would recommend because it doesn't suck. My general philosophy is I want to be away from what I'm winching as far as possible, just so we're going to get this is probably going to overflow, but I don't think I'm getting a fourth pancake out of that or waffle. Okay, so I'll have 2 extra waffles for the old air fryer. Although these don't handle air fryer real well. They kind of get a little extra crispy, if you will. But so I did that. That was fun. Found a... I can't remember... Oh. I have a ladder philosophy. I'm going to show you my ladder philosophy. I have ladders. Specific ladders. So I have ladders that don't leave their location. Therefore, I will always have a ladder in that location. And people think I'm crazy. That's fine. But I have a, we call it the street level garage, the new garage, and the house garage. That's what I've got. The new garage has 2 levels to it. I have an upstairs ladder and I have a downstairs ladder. I have a garage ladder. I have a garden shed ladder, and I have a lower garage ladder. Okay? But, unfortunately, I have to have ladders when I, help people build things. So, like, I lost my garage ladder. And I lost my upstairs garage ladder. But my upstairs garage ladder is backed up by an upstairs garage stool. Like a 2-level stool. And my main garage ladder was a short ladder, just so I could get up into the cabinets and stuff. So I went up and got the stool from the upstairs ladder backup area and put that in my garage because I was doing crazy shit. Like climbing workbenches I was doing unsafe things, so got that rearranged. That's good. Collect ladders, I guess. And don't get me wrong, those aren't all. I didn't go out and buy brand new ladders. Like I'm gonna buy a brand new ladder. No. They are, to quote Amazon, used acceptable. Those are used acceptable ladders. Those are not. We got used acceptable. The old used acceptable. You know what's worse than a sketchy old ladder? No ladder. Just put it that way. Used acceptable. Oh man, whatever. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to figure out how people are like. I think I'm just going to keep my thoughts to myself for a little bit. I was trying to figure out how people are sorting out their perceived importance in life, and it seemed to me, it seems to me like people sort importance by like I don't know how important their boss is. Is that what it is? My boss is more important than your boss type of deal. Where like I kind of feel like if you didn't have a boss, that'd make you more important, kind of like, or like I don't know how that works. It's just like. I think it's got something to do with the time I spent with the elderly. Like that time I spent taking care of my grandmas really opened my eyes on the whole fucking, like, I did this for a living. And it's like, do you know what happens after you do whatever the fuck it is you do for a living your whole life? And you get really old. You go to a nursing home and then you share a room with somebody that you don't fucking know. Like, nobody gives 2 fucks about any shit. Like, that's crazy. Like, your whole life you did what? You did that for your whole entire. Oh yeah. 60 fucking years. I whittled fucking toothpicks in the toothpick factory. And it's like, oh really? Oh man. Well, this is Clive. He'll be your roommate. Like, oh okay. Madness, man. I'm not sure what the whole Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the best way to go about any of it is, to be honest with you. I assume it's a coping thing. I think most people are just coping, like trying to convince themselves that it's all going to be fine. That's all I got to come up with. It's like the whole world is turning into see if I can make somebody else's life more miserable and try to convince myself that my life is better than everybody else's. It seems to be is what the world's turning into. I don't know if that's true or not. But whatever. It's like something I noticed is like people really like talking about how much money the company that they are an employee of deals with. And I'm thinking, man, the fuck is the point of that? Like, are you getting a cut of that? No, I'm not actually. And I was like, what? We just put in $5 million worth of servers. I was like, oh, did you get a percentage of the cost of the servers for your labor? No. I don't get any different compensation for them spending that kind of money. I have to do what I do every day, but I was like, well, who fucking cares? Listen, do you own the company? No. I don't own the company. Oh, did you write the check? No, I didn't write the check. It's like bragging about what your neighbor does for a living. Oh, my neighbor's a doctor. Oh, really? How's that working out for you? Well, I know him. Oh. Okay. Whatever. It's just, I never in a million years could I ever envision myself having a conversation with people I barely know, talking about how much the guy who pays me to work for him spends on the shit that he makes. Just like, it doesn't even make fucking sense. Like what the? Oh, okay. I don't think a lot of shit in life makes sense. Like, I'm trying to think the other one that just I never understood is like hardcore fandom for like sports, like my sports team. Like, I guess with the short exception is like your city paid a bunch of money to the team, like to build them a stadium, and you're paying taxes. I guess you're invested then, but like, I love the Chicago Bears. It's like, are you from Chicago? No, but I love the Bears. It's like, what? I mean, how big of a fan? I'm a super fan. It's like, are you a part owner? Like, I don't understand. What is your investment in there? Like, do you bet on them? No, don't gamble. Okay. Just really like them. It's like, all right. It's like, God, you should at least start gambling. Whatever. Think about turning into a normal person and just like spouting retarded shit constantly. Think about that being my goal in life. Hey! Look at my cabinets. Yeah, I think I'm just going to start like regularly just insulting people I barely know for no reason other than my own pure stupidity. That's going to be what I'm going to start doing. And then just like, I'm going to say, well, I once shoveled shit from a horse stable from a person who is extremely wealthy. How dare you, sir? Whatever. I don't even know how it works. All I know is that's waffles and coffee. Tongue sucking good. We'll try to get something accomplished today. I don't know what it's going to be. Probably nothing of any merit. I need to comb my beard. I need to boil some rice for the dog. So Well, that's an hour of me ranting mostly about video games. I don't know, for some reason I just like... Most of the time I really enjoy playing that game with those groups of people I play with, but man, recently... Like, I really get upset when I have to sit there and say to myself, just mute your mic and don't say anything. Because what I want to say is just, I just want to start fucking pointing fingers and calling names is what I want to do. Whatever. The problem is you can't find new friends. You go find new friends and you know what you're going to find? Most likely, worse fucking shitty people. Fucking shitty people. Wish there was like a test you could do to sort out the shitty people in life. I don't know what it would be. Just have to like hang out with them and then realize they're shitty people and be like, beat it, shitty person. Fucking time for that. Alright. Well. Good luck dealing with the shitty people in your life. It's always going to be a challenge. Try not to be a shitty person. That's probably the hardest thing is to realize when you're a shitty person. I'm trying to think. Something shit did happen to me. Was that this week? Bronco? Did I tell you the Bronco story? The person just come out of nowhere, just fucking come flying up on me like 60 miles an hour, just right on my bumper when I'm driving the speed limit, just tailgating the shit out of me. God, I wanted to, well, I mean, I did brake check him, but I wanted to just put my brakes on and stop and just fucking have them run right into me to fucking, just to crash their shitty fucking ego and their Bronco. Fuck those people, man. Like, sorry if you're late, you should have woke up early, but like, there's no reason to tailgate a person who's driving the speed limit. Nothing, you're not going to accomplish anything in life, but just let everybody know that you're a shitty person. It doesn't matter how much you think they should be going over the speed limit. It should be socially unacceptable to peer pressure a person into breaking the law on your behalf. And that's what tailgating a person who's going the speed limit. They're going lower than the speed limit, you should tailgate the shit out of them. That should be a crime, is going below the speed limit. But if you're driving the goddamn speed limit and someone's tailgating you, they are a fucking sociopath. If you don't like the speed limit, change the speed limit. Don't fucking tailgate a person who's driving the speed limit because you don't like the speed limit. That is fucking fucked. On that note, checkmate, bitches. Elveshelves is out. Peace!